Welcome to Comet Talk. I'm today's host, Brielle Coate.
I'm Scylar Stich.
I'm Jack Fickel.
And today we're going to be talking about the negative and positive effects of AI being used throughout Schumann High School. So I guess I'll just jump right in and ask the question, what are your guys' opinions on AI and usage of AI on assignments?
Well, me personally, I'm kind of like on a, middle term with it. Like, I'm not against it, but I think there's places that it can be used and that it can't.
Right.
Like, you're not supposed to be using it on a paper, but I feel like me personally, sometimes I'll use it to help me format a paper because I'm pretty bad at that, or I'll have it check my grammar.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that's pretty good for that,
Yeah.
I think people use it way too much, and they use it as like a crutch instead of learning how to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So instead of learning how to get better grammar, for example, they just stick it into an AI checker and then they just fix it all.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna make people too quick to run to it. Like they're too quick to use it instead of trying to sit down and think through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like AI. I just think kind of like piggybacking off like what you said, like people are too kind of reliant on it, and I feel like it's also hard whenever you're in class and you are like, for example, like in English class, we write a lot of like Q1s, Q2s, Q3s, and it's kind of hard to write the paper on your own if you're so used to using AI, I guess, if that makes sense at all. And I just feel like it is a good thing.
Do you have experience with that?
No, I do not have experience with that. No, I do not have experience with that, Miss Henson. But I'm just giving examples out there. Like, I think that it does take away the learning opportunity, but I can also see, like, it also does help, though, formation-wise. Like, I've definitely used it, or, like, to come up with, like, ideas or something, not specifically for a paper, but just things in general. Like, I will say, like, I've used it, but not necessarily to do my work, but to help me kind of get to the point of being able to understand and just doing it, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think kind of an issue with that sometimes is kind of an issue with AI and maybe even just like kind of Google in general. Even when you search for something, when you type something into ChatGPT, it's telling you what you want to hear because it wants to keep you like generating stuff like over and over again.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's like if you like generate me an idea for this, it won't tell you like that's a dumb idea.
Yeah,
It'll
even
be
though
like,
it might be.
Here's some ways you could do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Scylar, you say you use it for your vocabulary.
Let me kind of explain what I do. So sometimes when I'm like writing a paper, I'll write the paper fully through. And then what I'll do is I'll put into AI, I said, give me my strong suits on this paper. So it will list the things I did well. Like sometimes it'll say, I really like these couple sentences here. They give you like a good look at it. But then I'll be like, okay, now give me what I did wrong. And then I'll take what the information it gave me, and then I will delete the paper I wrote the first time, and then I'll rewrite it.
Right.
So then I'm getting more of a kind of a teacher-like look without having to bug a teacher for it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it's giving me the best advice every time, because obviously it's learning, because it's going to learn from people who have used it before. So most AIs do, they're constantly learning new stuff. Yeah. But I feel like that's one positive look at it versus how people are using it to like, oh, I need you to write me an essay about, I don't know.
500-word page essay on historical dinosaurs in the 19th
There's a big difference between using it positively and negatively. And I think that's where it gets the bad connotation of it's like it's a bad thing for students. Yeah. Because there's positives to it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll use it sometimes if I'm just like really stuck on, sometimes I'll be like, fine, give me similes or not similes, what's the word I'm looking for?
Examples?
Not examples, synonyms. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Jack.
Awesome, Jack. Wow.
Miss Henson, shout out to you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll use it as like an example to give me, because sometimes I get really wordy with like the same word constantly. So I'm like, give me some more of these words.
Good. Yeah, that's good. I do that too, actually.
Because it makes your papers easier to read and less wordy. Miss Henson, you hear that?
Yeah. Okay. Stop.
Actually, kind of to Skylar's merit, Mrs. Henson does use AI to grade. To
not grade,
assist
but
grading because she has so many to go through that it gives her, it lets her focus on more specific things at a time rather than go through the whole paper at once. And I don't think that's
necessarily a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
And it's crazy too. I can definitely tell it's just crazy how I'll read through her comments or whatever, and I can 100% tell which one's AI just because of it's additionally blah 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 and hypothetically, and I'm like, wow, how it's so thought out,
pretty
and it's
easy to spot.
Right. And I think that's what also gets me is because sometimes I'll be talking to someone, they're like, yeah, I used AI on this assignment and I got caught. I'm like, well, let me read it. And then I'll read it and it's all these big words. I'm like, dude,
you would never
no freaking wonder why. You don't type like this. It's so easy to spot how you type. The teachers know how you, I've been in Henson's class since 10th grade and now I'm in 12th, and it's she knows how my writing style. So if I'm going to go on ChatGPT and tell it to write me a paper, she's obviously going to be able to tell that's not me, because I don't write like that.
You don't write like a robot.
I don't write like a robot. I write like a human being.
That brings me up something that I was told to by Joseph Cox. Joseph Cox writes like a robot. So also the problem with that is those AI checkers, they will flag him even though he just writes like
Gracie Wheeler too. She writes so well.
They write at such a high level compared to the normal. So I take normal English and stuff. It's a lot easier for kids in those classes to get away with using AI and stuff because you're not with the same teacher for so long. I haven't had the same English teacher ever.
Really? So they don't know your writing style.
They don't know my writing style. I'm not actively using AI.
So I was going to say, so do you use AI, Skylar?
I don't understand.
To write your papers?
No, I don't understand that because it's pretty obvious when someone who's not constantly putting out these amazing papers.
And it just writes this really nice
really good
essay.
paper.
But that could also happen. I've seen it happen.
And that's always I think
before for college essays.
Yeah, but that's where you got to find the difference in important essays. So
the flow of it,
Say your college essay versus an essay you had to write for your English class about.
It's gonna be completely different.
I'm trying to think of a word. The topic would be about I don't know. Milk.
Yeah.
Right. Your favorite drink's milk.
I love milk, so don't be rude.
Hey.
I drink milk plain.
Most people do.
But
back on the normal topic.
Go milk.
Oh.
Okay.
Drink milk.
This is an ad. Anyway.
But it's one of those things where it gets your type of writing, depending on an assignment versus your big college essay, are going to be really different.
Yeah.
And that's where I think...
Because you got to really try hard. Not saying you don't have to try for school, but
your college essay matters more than that random assignment you have to do throughout the school year, which doesn't mean use AI on it, but it means your writing styles aren't going to be the same for the two.
That's a big no in college. I know someone that used AI for assignment, and they didn't even get a second chance. They just got...
Yeah, they get kicked.
Booted.
It really depends on your professor. Some professors will be rewrite it. Yeah. I'm giving you half credit, one shot. But they'll take you up to the dean, and you get put on the... get tested with the board, and they're you're done.
And also, if you're going to be using AI throughout high school, it's really going to challenge you in college, too. You're not going to be able to really know what to do if you're just not learning from the class and you're just using AI to, do the class for you. I think people forget that, whenever you're on your own and then you get kicked out of college and you're like, I just don't understand. I did it in high school. Well, it's technically not allowed here. Well, on some things, though, it is allowed. But... I will say that it's usually frowned upon to use AI by the teachers. Some teachers like it and some teachers don't. Shout out Mr. Wood. I know he uses AI for some of his classes. Yeah.
Brings up a good point, Brielle.
Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure that the new class is here.
Which one?
Esports. The esports class.
Go esports.
It's computer.
I'm on the esports team.
But it's computer applications through esports, and so it's a computer applications class.
So AI is kind of
with esports kind of tied to it a little bit.
More appealing
I see. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the
you guys are in that class. I
the
forgot.
whole curriculum, I'm pretty sure, is AI generated because a few times some students in there have copy pasted questions.
Oh, okay.
Have copy pasted questions into ChatGPT, and the answers we got out were actually the exact same as the answer key.
Oh, wow.
For the assignments.
Which brings up a point.
It's kind of odd, but
which brings up a point that's kind of scary is that the school, if I remember right, paid to use this curriculum. If I'd be correct, yes, they paid.
Wow.
But
it's all AI generated.
Most of it. Most of it's very obviously either AI generated or somehow this AI is pulling from the thing, which I don't think's really common because I don't think they can pay for it.
No,
it could.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying this thing's curriculum's 100% AI, but I'm saying that it's really
some
weird.
aspects of it, which if you look at Ms. Henson's curriculum, or even just like like most English curriculums, since they, obviously they're English teachers, so most of them are really against AI. It's not really going to be it's not really AI generated because.
Yeah.
Well, that brings up the question, do you think it's okay to AI generate lessons for students, but the students aren't allowed to use it themselves? Because I think
That's a good question.
I think AI generating a lesson kind of takes away the
learning aspect.
It takes away, like if a teacher
and the
walks in the
realness
class,
of the lesson.
I put this into ChatGPT. I'm kind of like, well, you don't care, so why should I care?
And it's also like, why am I learning something that you generated from ChatGPT? Like, I feel like I wouldn't want to. If I knew that it was from ChatGPT, I probably would not do the assignment, if I'm being completely honest.
I wouldn't be as engaged.
Just kind of like what you said, like why do they get to use ChatGPT to literally teach us a lesson, and then they ask us a question about the lesson, but they literally got it from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I do understand the aspect from the teacher side. They have a lot of lessons to make.
Yeah,
this isn't taking away from them, but I feel like if it's maybe a one-off lesson, but if it's like a constant lesson, but it's like them making themselves, not like they bought something.
Right. Yeah.
For the class, like that's not on them. They purchased it not knowing that fact. But
well, what if they did know though?
I think.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah. I think it just sets when the students know if they're learning well from the lesson, what harm is done, to be fair. But when they know, it sets a bad precedent for them by telling them.
Yeah.
I'm an adult at my job and I'm using AI to make it easier and teach you guys something. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I mean, you gotta weigh,
kind of an oxymoron a little bit, though,
if the ends justify the means, though. Like, if it generates something that would teach students better than what I could have come up with, I guess, how would you make that distinction? What would you? I mean, I'm asking both of you guys. Would you want an AI generated lesson that would teach you better, or would you rather it just be the teacher coming up with it?
I think that if they were to generate a lesson that was going to teach us better, I think I would like it more like, yes, they use that lesson, but also kind of incorporate their own teaching style with it as well. Don't just piggyback off the whole entire lesson off of AI. Use some of that idea, incorporate it into a type of lesson that they can kind of interact with us and make us understand it more. But don't necessarily do the whole thing based off the AI, if that makes sense. Like, does that make sense? Like, kind of use some of that, but also incorporate kind of like your own and just... Yeah. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
See, I'm on the side where I would rather have a worse lesson, but that has, like, the teacher came up with themselves. Like, a good class is Mr. Gahagan's class, right? In a Gahagan's class, you can tell Gahagan did it.
Oh, yeah, for
because
sure.
his personality is across the board in there.
Yeah.
And that's why I really
have
like
him for AP Bio.
Love AP
awesome
Bio.
class, yes.
Shout out AP Bio. Take it next year so it doesn't disappear.
Yes.
But, because there's only 6 of us.
There is.
But,
there used to be 7.
Stop.
Oh, 6, 7.
Anyway.
6,
Someone
7,
dropped out. Anyway. But that doesn't mean you should drop out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was a class switch.
It wasn't because she hated the class. I don't think.
It was like a week into the class, and she was like, it wasn't even a week, it was a day.
No, yeah, it was like a day.
But
anyway.
With Gahagan's way of teaching, I like it because it's more personal. Right?
It is.
I'd rather, because when I'm reading from like a robot, it's kind of like, I want you to do this assignment.
Fake person. They're not real, by the way.
I would way rather have a more personalized lesson, because even with AI, the teacher's going to know where kids' strengths are and where kids' weaknesses are.
There you go.
And so they can build a lesson
Scylar,
around
this
that.
Is good. Yeah. Good, yeah.
Versus, ChatGPT told me that you guys are supposed to be on this level, so this is what we're going to do. And that's...
Right. Because not everyone, too, may be on the same... Like, everyone in our AP Bio class is on a different level of learning. Like, and so, just like what you said, like, ChatGPT is going to tell Mr. Gahagan, oh, they should all be on the same level. But in reality...
Gahagan knows we're all at different levels.
Yes, Mr. Gahagan, because he also knows us personally, too, because when he teaches, he takes the time to get to know who we are as well. He's a very good hands-on as well. Like, we just did a lab a couple weeks ago, and we blended potatoes, and we drained them
to get
and that sounds silly, yes, to get the enzymes. But he did it with us. It was all him. It wasn't something that he just looked up. How do you like? He was, but I could also tell he was also learning along the way as well.
He learned some things with us, and he also just sounded engaged while teaching.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about Gagan. Or just there's a couple other teachers I've had in the past, like Mr. Ewert, and other teachers like he enjoys to have the conversations with the students instead of just reading from the paper.
Yeah.
Because like with this would have been 2 years ago, back when I was taking geography. Me and Kanan were both in that class. Well, me and Kanan would just ask like random questions, and we would go on about it instead of him just reading from the lesson plan or
because he actually knows about it. He's not just Chat GPTing it. Yeah. Because there's probably some stuff you could ask me about that I've done in classes, and I probably wouldn't be able to answer that well because I probably just AI'd it or something. Not saying I did. This is just a hypothetical question.
Check her work.
This is a hypothetical. She does check our work, by the way. There are AI checkers on pretty much everything in English. I've seen Miss Henson has showed us, like, it literally, she can play our whole entire paper and it will tell her how many copy and paste, how many times we stopped, how many times we started, and then it will start just going up slowly, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4% AI. But it's also, like you had mentioned earlier, if you have a student that's a very awesome writer, what are you going to do whenever it's like, oh, AI? You can't just tell the kid, hey, you used AI, and then it's the teacher's word and the AI checker's word against your own. So, because obviously no one's going to admit that they used AI on the assignment.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also with the AI, there's a limit. And I feel like that's what we've kind of got on. There is a limit to where AI is okay.
Yeah.
I understand it for like, asking a small question like, what does this mean? Like sometimes you'll get like an assignment. You're like, okay, what are they really asking? Because sometimes I'll do this. Yeah. I'll copy and paste the question over into AI. It's like it's the assignment itself. It's like, okay, I want you to research this. Okay, what are they meaning by this? You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it with my words.
No, I get it.
Like they're like asking them to simplify the question.
Yes. Yeah. No. That and I feel like that's awesome.
It's not your strongest subject, so you're like more comfortable with it giving, because you're like, it's also being scared to ask questions during class.
Oh yeah, I can attest to that. I was like last year in math class, I was always so scared, and it wasn't because like I just didn't want to feel dumb, and so that's why I would just at home I would ask it to help me more, because I also felt like I probably like if she's giving us this work, then I should probably know what I'm doing, and I just felt like dumb.
Oh, also,
I didn't want to ask
to everyone listening. AI is terrible at doing the math, so don't use it.
Have you used it?
No, but I've had a conversation with teachers and they're like, it's actually terrible. I don't, when I was doing my math homework, I'd rather solve it, but it will explain it to you very well. It will get the math problem wrong 9 times out of 10.
There you go, guys. So, do not use AI on math
So if you are going to use it, which I'm not condoning it.
But we won't tell. We won't tell.
Well, we can't because, it's none of our business.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's not as good at math as you think it would be.
Yeah. Why did you just take a picture?
For the Blue Comet Bulletin.
Please don't.
Okay.
Delete that, sir. My mother
Next
didn't.
topic. Taking pictures without people's consent. Mr. Wood, would you like?
Your mother did give consent when she enrolled you.
No, my mother actually said.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Well, yeah.
Actually, I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not. You guys, if you know, you know. You guys.
Are you on that list? Comment down below.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I like AI, but I also think it's kind of scary.
It is
I'm going to be honest. I have fallen for the AI videos on TikTok.
Let me give you guys a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
From a teacher perspective.
Okay.
You guys
Who uses AI?
Right.
Okay. Just wanted to double check. This is Mr. Wood, by the way. Mr. Wood is speaking if you cannot use him. If you cannot hear him, this is Mr. Wood asking us a question.
So Jack had mentioned how it appears that my esports class, the curriculum that we bought, was a part of, it seems like it was created with AI
generated.
Right?
Yeah.
And someone who doesn't know hardly a thing about esports is teaching it because it's something I got thrown into.
Right.
Unlike some of the core teachers who went to school for those and for things like that. Do you feel me using AI is okay?
Well, as someone in your class, I think you teach it well. When we're talking about someone using AI, it's when I'm not sucking up because I actually don't have an A in your class. I'd be sucking up if I had an A.
I also haven't put in grades for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. So you probably
Bingo.
yeah.
But I feel like the way you teach the class versus like how we were talking would be like a teacher reading. Like, yeah, you read from the thing, but then you'll talk to us, like kind of clarifying what it means.
Gotcha.
Versus someone who's like, yeah, so ChatGPT told me that you guys are supposed to be at this level, and that's not how everyone learns, and I think that's important. Yeah.
Gonna have to wrap this up soon, guys. I got work.
Yeah.
Anyway,
One more thing I'd like
you guys
to
are gonna have to answer. I don't.
One more
I
thing
don't
I'd
have
like to
Mr.
add to
Wood,
that. I think that the class was created to be at such a kind of a lower level that the level difference doesn't really happen, and so it's kind of just, I wouldn't say common sense, but it's stuff that you could learn from like even a YouTube video. It's computer applications.
Okay.
But it's a helpful class to take if you're not familiar with like computers, and it's an
like I probably should have taken
it's
it, but-
interesting interesting to see it put through the lens
Easy A.
of esports.
Take esports next year, guys.
So.
Easy A. Skylar said. Skylar doesn't even have an
So
A in there,
far.
so. Well, there you go. If you guys didn't hear the question, which you might have, Mr. Wood was asking if it's socially acceptable for a teacher like him who doesn't know anything about esports to use AI to kind of help guide him through the course. So that's what the question was that they just answered. And I don't actually have Mr. Wood, so I have no idea.
I do want to clarify, this isn't a slander to any teacher.
No.
This is us talking in a broad term.
Yes,
Because I think most of the teachers at the school are very good at what they do. Like, from my personal experience.
A lot of the teachers, like almost every single teacher I've had, I've passed the class with almost flying colors. Last year was a little hard.
Last year
I had knee surgery, so.
Knee surgery.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, for sure. Like
But
no
this is more
teacher,
of a
we're not talking
broad
about
term.
any teacher in specific
Except
using
for Mr.
AI.
Wood.
Except for Mr. Wood, who is an avid AI user on everything.
But we mentioned both of
Yes.
them in like a good, like we weren't.
Yes, we appreciate all teachers in the school for what they do, and we acknowledge your very hard work, especially some of the teachers that have been here for so long. I
Yeah.
don't know how you do it.
If
I
if
lose
you know
my
a
mind
teacher,
just coming to school here for 8 hours a day with these kids. You guys are awesome. You guys are troopers.
If you guys know any teacher that's been here for a long time that would like to be on an episode talking about their
let
time,
us know.
Let us know. Or if
How
any,
long you guys have been
any
here.
topics you guys are interested in, let us learning
There
about.
will be a part 2.
Hopefully.
No, there will be.
Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe
Comment down below.
button.
Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time. Woo! Anyway, on that note, we do have to go. I do have a job. Some people don't understand how to be employed.
Your 2 hours a day are really helping you out. 500 a month, Brielle.
Okay, I just exposed how much money I make. We're cutting that out. See you guys next time. This is Comet Talk. Bye.